Jana, Minnesota is far from the only state pursuing these so-called clean car rules. At least 17 states have already modeled their emission standards after California's. And even though the rules here aren't even set to take effect until next year, they are now facing a second legal challenge. Minnesota's clean car rule has already withstood a challenge from the Minnesota Auto Dealers Association in state court. But a new lawsuit in federal court is uniting the Minnesota Service Station and Convenience Store Association and the Soybean Growers Association in opposition.
It actually hurts our farmers by purposely lowering the need for liquid fuels. So suing in court is our last venue to actually get those concerns heard.
This isn't the first state that's adopted California's rules. Of course, California has its rules in place. So why challenge it now, and why challenge it in federal court?
Well, we've decided to sue now because we are the Minnesota Soybean Growers Association. When it gets passed in whether it's Colorado, California, that doesn't really affect our farmers as much. The EPA is allowing these other states to do this, but at the same time, there are federal congressional statutes that say another standard should be set or a different thing would be done that would conflict with it. So for us, federal court, we decided it was the best venue.
Climate change is an existential threat that has got to be addressed, and Minnesota's going to do our part.
Today, the governor said he's limited in what he can say in direct response to the new lawsuit because he and other leaders are specifically named. But he made it clear that he stands behind the rule change and points to commitments from the car makers themselves.
I am not the CEO of GM that made the decision to go to fully electric vehicles or any of the numerous other companies. This is the direction that the economy is going.
Our concern is that the state is doing an action that's going to accelerate that faster than what the market is demanding. And if that happens, and we're not at the same time looking at what's going to happen to our diesel supply, then we're going to get to a really kind of just unbalanced end game here.
But the governor insists he's trying to fight climate change, not farmers or biodiesel.
Look, I have been one of their biggest proponents for a long time because they're part of the mix. But this is not an either-or proposition. If you want to buy an internal combustion car, make your choice on that. If you want to buy an EV, the state is going to make sure that we're prepared for you to be able to do so and prepare for what is inevitable.
Now, as we await the next steps in this federal lawsuit, this month the Minnesota Auto Dealers Association did announce that they are appealing their state case in opposition to this rule to the Minnesota Supreme Court.